Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Padrerapdogg out here. Yeah, so today I want us to really take just let's I want us to actually like experiment because in between using a compressor without a limiter, that's on a vocal mix, and actually using a compressor with also a limiter, because I've seen a lot of videos online, a lot of mixing engineers saying it's not good to actually use a limiter and the vocal, blah blah blah, and some are saying it's actually good. So I want us to actually take a slow guide to actually see from me how I actually use a limiter on my mix, and I want you all to actually see if you could do so to get good results. So let's go into this video right away. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be bringing out more videos, more tutorials, and a lot of freebies. So this is a vocal. This vocal was actually recorded and sent to me for mixing. So I just used one of my presets.
I give you goodie bag, step on the grind, I'm money I define.
So this is actually, as you can see, I have a limiter here, but the limiter is mute.
I give you goodie bag, step on the grind, I'm money I define.
So all I want you to actually look at is our meter, because as you can see, I have a compressor here that's doing the job. So
I give you goodie bag, step on the grind, I'm money I define.
So instead of using 3 or 2 compressors, I use one. Normally, sometimes I use a CLA compressor, but
I give you goodie bag, step on the grind, I'm money I define. Say now my music where they give them I go back, say give them back to back, say
so,
girl body bad.
As you can see, I'm having 2 compressors on this, and it's kind of
I give you goodie
the
bag,
peak.
step on the grind, I'm money I define. Say now my music where they give them I go back.
Yeah, as you can see, the peak is kind of not stable. As in some places, the peak is not really stable. But while I switch on my limiter and I use it, so normally, let's say I'm putting it somewhere around 6 here, 6 here. It's showing 5 point something, but then so
I give you goodie bag, step on the grind, I'm money I define. Say now my music where they give them I go back, say give them back to back, say girl body bad.
So as you can see, what the limiter does is it actually limits. It actually does a lot on our peak. It controls the peak very well. That the peak doesn't go above, and it actually makes your vocal strong and bright. It actually makes some of the effects you use, some of the things you use on your vocal to actually shine brighter. So this is without the limiter. Look at our peak. It's not actually stable, as you can see. So let's take for example the way I normally use it, just one compressor. So yeah, some places are kind of loud, some places are not. So even with the compression, the vocal is not actually stable. So that's the mix is not actually stable. So while it's going, as you can see how the meter is working, I'm going to be using the limiter. As you can see, we are having a complete limiting here, a complete peak control here. It gives a lot of control to the peak of the vocal, of the final mix of the vocal. So that's why I mostly use compressors. I use compressors, and then I use a limiter on my final mix. As you can see, one of the settings I did on my compressor, on my limiter, it's not much of the hard limiting, it's just the soft limiting I did, and it will actually give you, instead of the vocal to be having instead of people to hear much of the compression, I just did a light compression, and then I end up with a limiter, and I'm doing a light limiting instead of a heavy limiting, so that the vocal will just be good and it won't sound too compressed or over compressed. So as you can see, we have a balance here, and so I will really advise you learn how to use a limiter too on your vocals, so that you actually have a full control on your peaks. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you love my videos. If you have any say, if you're trying to say no or trying to have anything to add, drop them in the comment section below.
I give you goodie bag, step on the grind, I'm money